Hey guys, welcome to Game Code City. In this video, I'm going to show you the easiest tank lines to grind and share 2 new promo codes to make your game start even smoother. We'll focus on tech trees that give you great results without too much hassle. Trust me, after playing these tanks, you'll get a solid grasp of the game's fundamentals and start winning more battles. Let's kick things off with a solid beginner-friendly line, the American Heavy Tank line leading to the T110E5. From Tier 5 onward, you'll find it smooth sailing. The T1 Heavy, despite being a Tier 5 tank, has solid stats that allow you to hold your own, even against higher tier enemies. Its armor can sometimes shrug off hits from tougher tanks, and it handles anything at its own level with ease. You won't spend too long on it because the XP requirements are pretty low, but the gameplay is fun while it lasts. Next up is a similar tank where you'll spend a bit more time. I'd recommend fully upgrading all the modules here because if you decide to research the Yo line later on, grinding 2 Tier 7 tanks with stock guns will be a pain. Master these tanks and you'll get a solid foundation for understanding the game. When you hit Tier 7, you'll unlock the T29, which gives you a taste of top-tier gameplay, especially when it comes to playing hull down and using gun depression. Be sure to upgrade the engine right away because you'll use it until Tier 9. At Tier 8, you get the T32, which has potential but can be tricky to play. Then comes the M103. This tank requires a bit more patience. You'll need to spend a while grinding to unlock its full potential, and even fully upgraded, you'll have to play carefully since you'll be up against Tier 9 and 10 tanks that hit hard and can easily pen your armor, so take your time. Finally, at Tier 10, you get the all-around beast, the T110E5. This tank is super versatile, comfortable to play, and perfect for both taking hits and leading the charge. With a tough turret and a reliable gun, it's everything you want from a heavy tank. Now let's talk about medium tanks. After the recent rebalancing, I'd recommend grinding the Soviet mediums, the T62A and Object 140. You'll start with fairly typical mediums. There's not much to say about the T34 and T3485, but the T43 is worth talking about. Its gun might not have the best penetration, but its mobility and solid damage per shot for its tier make it fun to play. Just be careful and avoid overexposing yourself. Things get a bit tougher with the T44, which is underwhelming, but it's worth suffering through for the tanks waiting at the end of the line. The T44 isn't meant to be a frontline brawler. It's more of a support tank, so you should hang back a bit, just not too far. Don't go full YOLO because it lacks the armor, gun depression, and penetration needed for aggressive play. Play smart and support your team. The reward for your patience is the T54, a toxic tank with great turret armor. Despite its poor gun depression, it dominates thanks to that turret. Play it aggressively, close in on enemies, and use your mobility to outmaneuver them. With its great DPM, it's a force to be reckoned with. When it's time to research Tier 10, which one should you pick? Both the Object 140 and T62A offer different playstyles. The Object 140 is super dynamic. It doesn't have much armor, but it's got one of the highest DPMs of any medium tank. Its combo of mobility and a good gun makes it deadly in the right hands. The T62A, on the other hand, trades mobility for armor and better gun handling. It's still a solid tank, but I'd suggest going for the 140 first. The mix of mobility and firepower makes it a lot more fun to play. Here's a tip. You can unlock both of these tanks through the light tank line as well, and afterward, you'll have the option to research the T100LT as a bonus, so take advantage of that. Now let's move on to tank destroyers. We'll stick with the Soviet line and talk about the Object 268, which is a fairly straightforward line to grind. You start with the Su-85B at Tier 4. It has a long reload, but it hits hard, so it's not too bad. Plus, its mobility makes it easy to reposition. The Top Gun costs a lot of XP, about as much as a Tier 5 tank, but you'll unlock it quickly. At Tier 5, you get the Su-85, which doesn't hit quite as hard but makes up for it with great DPM. Then you move on to the Su-100, and while you might be tempted to go down the Object 263 line, don't. It's one of the toughest lines in the game. Stick with the Object 268 line where you'll unlock 2 excellent guns, one with great penetration and DPM and the other that deals around 400 damage per shot. The choice depends on your preference. Next, you'll unlock the Su-152, one of the legendary tanks, famous for its derp gun. No one likes getting hit with an HE round for massive damage. If you're more interested in a quick grind, go for the Top Gun with insane DPM first, then try out the derp gun later. The ISU-152 follows, and the only real challenge here is the amount of experience needed for the Top Gun. 75,000 is a lot. But once you get it, you'll enjoy the gameplay. While it's not as crazy as the Su-152 stock derp gun, people still won't enjoy taking a 750 damage hit from an unseen TD in a bush. Play it stealthily, be that invisible sniper, and don't worry if you miss some shots. It'll happen, but the high damage makes up for it. At Tier 9, you unlock the Object 704. This tank is more suited to close-range fighting. You're still a TD, but the mantlet armor can sometimes bounce shots, while other times you'll get sent back to the garage after being spotted once. It uses the same top gun as the ISU-152, but feels much more comfortable thanks to better mobility. However, like before, the slow reverse speed is still a problem. To research the Object 268, you'll need a whopping 350,000 XP, but you'll gather it faster than you expect. Once you unlock the Object 268, you'll feel like you've been rewarded for all your effort. It's a great tank with good mobility and a precise gun, and you'll forget all about the lower tiers because the Object 268 overshadows them. This tank is what you've been grinding for. Now, as promised, here are the promo codes to help you grind these lines. Use this code to unlock a mission chain with rewards like a legendary avatar, 10 free XP boosters, a camouflage, and a container with golden vehicles. You have 5 days to complete it. This code gives you 100,000 silver, the fan zone camouflage, and 5 X3 experience boosters. You can also get more promo codes by following the game's social media and collecting rewards from drops during tournaments. That's all for now. Thanks for watching all the way through. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on more news and promo codes. I'd love to hear your feedback in the comments. This has been GameCode City, and I'll see you in the next video.